What's up, YouTube? Today we're reviewing the 2022 Volvo XC60. Huge thank you to Jerry Howell over at Beyer Volvo in Dulles, Virginia for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you're interested in this particular XC60 or any Volvo product, I'll have his information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. In this particular XC60 is painted in onyx black, and when you look at it in the direct sunlight, you can see that beautiful metallic flake in that onyx black paint. Moving down to here, you have a new tweaked design into the front grille as well as a new refreshed front bumper that's a lot more angular than the previous bumper of the 2020 and 2021 XC60. And that angular front bumper really complements the body lines in the hood, as you can see right here. But moving down to here, you do have a heated front badge as well as your forward facing camera right in the badge at the bottom of that. Volvo also integrates the forward facing sensors really nicely into the front bumper, so they're barely even noticeable. You also have your LED headlight washer right here that washes the headlights. That's also really nicely integrated into the front bumper as well. But like I said, you do have LED daytime running lights as well as LED headlamps and LED fog lamps down here. Take a look at the XC60, taking a step back. With the B6 Inscription, you do get 19-inch wheels. However, these are optional $800 20-inch wheels that I think look very good. You got some black pieces in them as well as the machined aluminum, and both of the colors just look really good together, just for an overall really nice looking wheel. Moving on down, you have your chrome window trim around all the windows as well as this chrome roof rail on top right here. Taking a look at the side view mirror, it is a onyx black side view mirror, and you do have your turn signal integrated into the mirror right there. You also have your side view camera right here that also helps out with the 360-degree view camera. At the bottom of the door, you find that chrome trim piece that looks very good, and it just complements the window trim as well as the roof rail at the top. Take a look at that. You can see just they all complement each other very nicely, and it's just an overall really nice looking vehicle. Moving to the rear, you got your rear facing sensors right here, as you can see. Got a lot of them. You also have your rear backup camera here as well, right there. Volvo badging right there. This is a power liftgate, and that is a $200 option. So all you got to do is have your key fob in the pocket, push the button right here onto this L, and it comes open just like that. As you can see back here, there are no exhaust tips, and that is because Volvo does not want to celebrate CO2 emissions vehicles, so they are not putting anything that, you know, looks like it's related to a CO2 emissions vehicle, so that is why you do not have any exhaust tips. Moving in here, you got a 12-volt outlet right there, and just the storage space back here is very good. You could definitely fit a few suitcases back here, no problem, duffel bags, stuff like that. But opening this up reveals your spare tire right there, and as you can see, plenty of storage space. You can also get the optional air suspension where you can raise and lower this rear end, but this particular Volvo does not come with that. Pushing this button right up here, you have two grab handles on the liftgate right there. Like I said, this is a B6 all-wheel drive Inscription. So let's get a rear 3/4 angle right there. These are LED tail lamps. These are Volvo's signature tail lamps. You also have LED reverse light right there. Just an overall really nice looking mid-sized SUV. Again, another 3/4 angle back here. The design just really looks good from front to back, so it's definitely a nice sporty looking SUV while not trying to be a sporty looking SUV. So I applaud Volvo for its designers just to make a really premium looking sporty SUV. Obviously this does have keyless access, so just have your key in your pocket, open up the door, and we'll move into performance. Opening up the hood reveals that 2-liter 4-cylinder that's twin charged with a 48-volt mild hybrid system that makes 295 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. However, there are 3 engine options for the 2022 XC60. So there's the B5, the B6, and the T8. The B5 is a turbo 4-cylinder with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. The B6 is the motor we have here. That's a twin charged 2-liter 4-cylinder with that 48-volt mild hybrid system. And you also have that T8 that's the same motor as the B6, but it's paired with a set of electric motors. With this particular motor right here, you can do 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds, and the fuel economy is rated for 21 miles per gallon city, 27 miles per gallon highway, and the motor is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. But before we move into the interior, I wanted to note just how easy it is to open up the hood. So basically, in some cars, it's hard. Like, you pop the hood open from the interior, and then you stick your hand in here, shuffling around to find the latch. Well, this thing's really easy. It's a nice yellow latch, and all you got to do is flick it to the right, and it pops open, and it reveals just that huge clamshell that basically goes straight up. So basically, that thing opens up almost vertically, as you can see right here. But let's close that and move into the interior. Moving into the interior, all you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket and stick your hand behind here. There's a touchpad which will unlock the vehicle. However, if you're trying to lock the vehicle, you see this little square on the door handle. Run your finger across that, the vehicle locks, the mirrors fold in, and you get the turn signal on the side to light up. But like I said, to open up the vehicle, all you got to do, have your key fob in your pocket, hand behind the touchpad, and boom, mirror comes out, light comes on, and you're ready to step into the interior. Looking at the door panel, you can see you got this beautiful black leather on top, and this particular color of this interior is called blonde. It's just a really nice interior. It's like a beige type color, but it just looks very, very good on this two-tone black and blonde color, especially on the steering wheel right there. But let's talk about the door panel here real quick. This does have the Harman Kardon audio system, which sounds very, very good. I've connected my phone to it, listened to a little bit of rap, classic rock. Sounds very, very good. Got this beautiful aluminum door handle that just got a really nice design even to the door handle, and it's got a really nice actuation feel as well. 2 memory adjustment seat settings right there, as well as your unlock and lock button to know that the vehicle is locked. It'll have a light up right there under the unlock button, as you can see, probably right there. But moving down here, really comfortable armrest here on the door. It's nice and padded, and you get a little bit of that blonde stitching, as you can see right there. Just an overall really nice feeling door panel. It's not like plastic, but it's like a soft feeling material here on the bottom of the door panel as well. You got a good amount of storage space down in here with a little cup holder right here. I'll grab my Kirkland water bottle, which is a huge water bottle. Stick that in there, that fits just fine. This is like the size of a smart water bottle, so it's definitely a big water bottle, and like I said, it'll fit right there. Definitely can fit a Deer Park water bottle down in there, no problem. Hand sanitizer, stuff like that, you can fit in there, no problem. Moving over to here, you can have automatic up and down windows all throughout the vehicle, as well as your mirror adjustment right there. So you got this little stalk to move the mirror up, down, left, right, stuff like that. You can adjust between left mirror and right mirror, and it'll have a light up to tell you which mirror you are adjusting. This is to lock the mirrors in the rear, so if you got kids, you don't want them opening up the windows, you can do that. Just push down on that button. You got a light that'll light up right there, as you can see. Put that back on, and now you can open up those rear windows. But stepping in, take a look at the interior. The seat is just a really nice looking seat. You got the soft leather pieces on the outsides of the seat, as well as the perforated leather running down the middle of the seat. It's just a really premium looking seat. I love all the different stitching patterns on the seat. Just looks very, very premium and luxurious, and just an overall really comfortable padded seat. Moving down to here, you got your power adjustable driver seat, as well as a power adjustable passenger seat. But let's step in and fire her up. So just have your key fob in your pocket or somewhere in the interior, push your foot on the brake and turn this to the right, and it'll fire up the motor. Very quiet sounding motor. That's your welcome chime. You can hear. This particular XC60 does have the heads-up display right up there, but let's talk about the dash. It's a nice leather wrap dash with some of that black stitching. Just a nice pattern on the dash, and it also feels really good. It just feels like a premium dash. You got your Harman Kardon speaker right here in the middle. You got an edgeless mirror right here with your universal garage door opener at the bottom of that. Moving over to here, you've got your 2 lights here on the right and left side. It's basically like a touchscreen type light, so all you gotta do is just barely tap it, and it'll open up. Panoramic moonroof right here, as you can see, beautiful. But you got your SOS button right there, as well as your on-call button right there. This is to turn on all the lights in the interior, so just push that again. And swipe your finger like that to have the shade come back, but we don't want the shade come back, we like it open. And if you want the sunroof to open, you gotta apply just a little bit more pressure than you would for the shade, and the sunroof will pop open just like that. As you can see right there. Get your wind buffeter up here as well. Let's slide that back forward. Just like that. Also pops open, so all you gotta do is apply a little bit of pressure like that, and boom, it tilts open like that. Push again right here and it'll close just like that. But like I was mentioning, you do have that beautiful two-tone steering wheel right here with the blonde and the black leather on the outside of the steering wheel. It's just a really nice feeling, very premium and soft leather steering wheel. You got more of that beautiful leather here on your horn. Let's hear the horn. You got your Volvo badging right there, and you got your piano black controls on the left and right side of the steering wheel. This is your voice assistant for your screen right here. This controls what's going on here in the screen right here. So we'll press OK, push this button again, and boom, you have your navigation screen right here. This is called Navi. Push this button again, and this is called your calm screen. So if you have your infotainment here and you're playing a certain song, or you're on a certain radio station, you can have that stuff come up here in the middle of the screen. But this is a 12.3-inch digital dash layout. Just looks very, very good, and I really am a fan of this digital dash. You can configure it as you wish, but like I said, you got those two different things. You got your digital RPM gauge here on the right, as well as your digital speedometer here on the left. And you got that digital readout right there on the screen, as well as your speed limit sign right there on screen as well. You got your fuel range down here, as well as your exterior ambient temperature up at the top right there. Moving over to here, you've got your power liftgate button right there. This is to adjust the brightness of your screen and stuff right there. Obviously, you got your HVAC vent right here, HVAC vent right here. But to turn off the HVAC vent, it's kind of interesting. You just turn this thing all the way to the right, and the HVAC vent is off. Open it up again, and you've got maximum airflow. Same goes for over here. This does have an air particulate filter, as you can see right there. We do have good air quality right now, which is a good thing. You got your climate control settings right here on screen. You got heated and ventilated seats in the front, right at the bottom screen right there. You also do have a heated steering wheel, which is very nice on the cold winter months that we have here in Virginia. But you got your adaptive cruise control settings right over here. You got your turn signal stalk with your light controls right up here, as well as your windshield wiper stalk right over here. You got your hazard button, as well as your defroster to go back on a song, to go forward on a song, to play or pause a song, as well as your volume knob right here. You got this beautiful glass shifter piece right here. So to go into drive, all you gotta do is pull back on it twice, and boom, you go into drive. To go into reverse, you just push twice again, and you're in reverse. As you can see, 360-degree view camera, which is awesome. Push this button right here, and it shows your backup camera. Push the 360-degree view camera. If you're getting too close to a curb on your right, all you gotta do is click that, and boom, it shows your right tire right there, as you can see. But clicking that again, 360-degree view, you got your view all around the vehicle, which is awesome. If you want to go to your front camera, you can do that as well. As you can see, you got your guiding lines on the right and left side of the screen as well. But let's leave it on the 360-degree view camera and push this park right here, and it will throw you into park. You can turn your parking sensors off right here if you would like, as well as if you want to turn on your rear auto parking brake, you can do that as well. But right now we'll just keep that on because that's nice. It's a nice safety feature. Moving in here, this is a 9-inch infotainment screen, and it is a Google-based system. You do have Google Voice Assistant, as well as Google Maps and Google Play. To go into Google Play, you do have to sign into your Google account. Go back to here, you've got Bluetooth phone right there, as well as your Bluetooth media player, so you can connect your phone into the screen. This does not have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. However, there is an over-the-air update coming here soon. Google Voice Assistant, like I said, you got your car status, so it'll tell you basically all about your vehicle. Right now, we're doing well. Owner's manual stuff, like I said, you got your Google Play Store and just your regular radio stuff right here. Exit out of that, go back to here, and yeah, like I said, you got your radio controls. See this little button down here? This brings up your 360-degree view camera, just like that. Like I said, I got my heated seat on. You got your heated seat on over here, and then you've got all your settings and stuff through here. So you got your driving settings. So if you want to put on off-road mode, you can do that. That's the only drive mode that this vehicle does have. Going down to here, if you want like a sporty steering feel, you can do that. Driving dynamics, you got a steering feel button right there. This does not have any different drive modes, so you only do have one driving mode. So if you like to go into sport mode, you cannot do that on here. If you got your adaptive cruise control and you're driving down the highway and you want the vehicle to kind of steer you within the lane, you got your steering assist button right there. Right now it's off. Now let's turn it back on and the vehicle will steer you. If you don't want it to steer you, but you still want the adaptive cruise control on, all you got to do is click that button off, and then it won't steer you anymore. You got all your safety features and stuff right here as well. You can go through here. Like I said, this does have the Harman Kardon sound system, so you can turn surround sound on. If you want to adjust your different settings right there, you can do that. Like I said, you can connect this vehicle to Bluetooth. It's connected to my phone right there. We'll scroll back. You got your different controls. So basically, you can do whatever you want to on this vehicle. You can configure it through this screen right here. This is basically your home button. So if you want to get back to your home screen, all you got to do is push that button right there, and it will bring you to that home screen. This does have a wireless charging pad right here, as well as your 2 cup holders right here. You've got your parking brake right here, as well as your auto hold brakes right there. And if you notice, the little light right there is green. That tells you that your auto hold brakes are on. Right here, you got a 12-volt outlet, as well as a little screen right here that covers the 12-volt outlet. So you got a little bit of storage space down in there for like pennies or stuff like that. Nothing big. But like I said, 2 cup holders right here. You got your center console right in here with 2 USB-C ports, as well as a nice little storage space. So if you want to put hand sanitizer or whatever you want to put in here, you can do so. Just a little bit of storage space. So definitely not huge, but definitely not small. But closing that beautiful nice feeling leather right here. You got your nice Swedish flag right there. Beautiful. It's a nice little touch. Really, I like the blue and the yellow coloring on the flag. Get your wood grain trim that goes across to the passenger side as well, with more of that stitching right here. Piano black trim around the HVAC vents and your center stack. Opening up your glove box, you got a very big glove box down in there. So you can fit all the straws that you want, all the napkins that you want, and if you want to fit your owner's manual in there, you can do that as well. But like I said, you got your owner's manual through this screen right here, so you don't got to worry about that. Opening up this, you got a light right here, so at night you can look at yourself and not have to worry about being able to see yourself, so that's nice. Closing that, and opening this up, basically the same exact thing, except the light is on the other side. Closing that, let's look at this sun visor right here and putting it to the side. This is not a sliding sun visor, so if you got sun on this side of you, it pretty much covers up the whole window. However, you do have this little bit of space where this does not slide back, so that's just something to keep in mind. Not a big deal. But closing that, you get a little place to hold like your registration or something like that right there. Whatever little business cards or papers that you want to put right there that are small, you can do so. This is your mic for your Bluetooth phone right up here. And yeah, there are a few things that I wanted to mention before we move into the rear, and I'm going to mention that stuff right now. These are safety features that I think that you guys are going to want to know that this vehicle has, because Volvo is basically the safest car brand out there. So some of the safety features that this does have is blind spot monitoring with steering assist. You also have cross traffic alert with auto braking, low and high speed collision mitigation, run off road protection and mitigation, lane departure warning and lane keeping aid, oncoming mitigation by braking, whiplash protection system for the front seats, as well as front and rear park assist, and auto braking after collision. One thing I don't think I mentioned yet is this does have the climate package, which is a $750 option. And what you get with that are the headlight cleaners that I mentioned when we were talking about the exterior in the front. You also have heated rear seats, as well as a heated steering wheel. So if you live in a cold climate, you're definitely going to want to look into that climate package, because who wants to get in a beautiful vehicle like this and not have a heated steering wheel? So you're definitely going to want to get that feature if you live in like a cold climate, or if you live in a place with 4 seasons. Definitely a package to at least look into. This particular vehicle also does have the advanced package, which is a $2,050 option. And what you get with that is you get a heads-up display, as well as pilot assist, which is a driver assistance system with adaptive cruise control. You also get a 360-degree view camera and that 12-volt outlet that I pointed out to you guys when we were in the rear cargo area. And you guys have that advanced air cleaner that I showed you guys when we were talking about the infotainment system. But we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about what's going on up here in the front seats. So now let's see what's going on in the rear seats. So let's move into the rear. step out of the vehicle, move into the rear seats. You also do have one of those touch pads at this door as well. So if you got your key fob in your pocket, all you got to do, stick your hand behind here and the vehicle will unlock. You can also lock the vehicle just by putting your hand there as well. But let's move in. Look at the door panel again. Beautiful black leather on top, as well as that beautiful blonde leather here on the bottom. Got that nice padded armrest here on the left side. You also have the automatic up and down windows back here. You got your lock button, so you could lock the vehicle from back here as well. Again, that beautifully designed door handle right here with that nice actuation feel. You got your Harman Kardon speaker right here. Moving down to here, you can fit like a Deer Park water bottle, but you're definitely not going to fit that big size water bottle that I fit in the front door panel. But with that said, let's take a look at these rear seats. Really nice looking rear seat, very soft leather. You do not have that perforated leather like you do in the front because this does not have ventilated seats back here. However, this does have heated seats. You get really nice side bolstering on the right and left side of the seat. And just that stitching pattern that they have, it just looks very, very good, very luxurious, and I'm definitely a big fan of that. To fold down the seats, all you got to do is fold that right there. Seats fold down, very easy to do. Fold that back up. Very light seats, very easy to fold that up and down. You got your HVAC vent right here and a little hook if you want to hang clothes or something like that. But let's step in. You got your LED light right up here. Click that on or off like that. You got your grab handle right here with another hook right there for your suit if you want to hang that right there. Moving over to here, you do have two seat back pockets both on the driver and passenger side of this vehicle, as well as this nice little touchscreen right here that controls your tri-zone climate control. So this is your climate control for your rear seats. This person's got their own climate control settings. This person can have their own climate control settings, and the people in the rear can have their own climate control settings as well. This does have heated seats, like I said. So if you want to turn on your heated seat, all you got to do is push that button right there. The heated seat comes on. Push that button right there. The heated seat comes on. The climate control stuff back here is locked. However, you can unlock that from right up there. Your more HVAC vents right here, you can turn them off or on just like that. Left is off, right is on. But yeah, just really, really comfortable feeling seats. I can definitely see myself doing a long road trip. I am 5'9". I got plenty of headroom. 5'9", adjusted behind myself here in the driver's seat. Plenty of leg room, plenty of knee room. So definitely don't have to worry about that. You can definitely fit a 6-footer back here, no problem. Moving down to here, you have two USB-C ports, as you can see right down there. So plenty of connectivity for your passengers here in the rear. You also do have this center fold down armrest that'll fold down right here with a little pass through here to the rear cargo area. So if you want to grab something, you can open this up and access the rear cargo area just like that. Little storage space down in here. If you want to set your phone down in there or just little small thin items, you can do that as well. But just a really comfortable feeling armrest with nice leather padding here on the armrest. But right here, if you want to put your phone or snacks or something like that, you can do that as well. But to access some more cup holders back here, all you got to do is push this little thing right here, and boom, your cup holders pop out, and you can set your Deer Park water bottle or cups. Go to McDonald's, you can fit your McDonald's cups in there. So yeah, no problem doing that. Just slide it back in and boom, your cup holders do not exist anymore. You want them out, they can be out. In, they can be in. And it just makes for a nice center fold down armrest. But closing that, you can see you got more speakers for your Harman Kardon sound system. That sounds very, very good. But one thing I wanted to mention before we get into the driving portion of the review, and that has to do with the key fob. You got your lock button right here, your unlock button right here, as well as your trunk button right here. It's just a really nice feeling key fob, and it's very ergonomical. So I wish more manufacturers take notes from Volvo and make a key fob kind of like this, because it really doesn't take up that much space in your pocket because it is flat. So yeah, definitely nice ergonomical key fob. So I'm glad Volvo paid attention to making a really nice feeling key fob that fits in your pocket, no problem. But we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about the interior. So let's see what this thing's like to drive. So I will see you guys in the driver's seat. And now on to the driving portion of the review. And I usually don't start the driving portion of the review with the car off and standing still. I usually start it when I'm out driving on the roads. But This car was a little bit different because when you start this thing up, it's just super quiet. And that's just something I wanted to highlight when we first start out. So I'm gonna start it up and we'll hear the startup noise. I mean, it sounds like it's an electric car. That's how quiet it is. But yeah, this is not totally electric, but it does have that mild hybrid system. But you can tell that the engine is on because it's at about 900 RPM. So we're gonna get going here. You can hear the motor, and that motor is very peppy. Even in the low end of the RPM band, it's still very peppy. So yeah, definitely don't have to get into the throttle that much in order to get this thing up and moving at a good pace as well. A few things that I wanted to note. First, let's start with the digital dash. Is that, like I said when we were talking about the interior portion of the review, we talked about that little speed limit sign that you get under your digital speedometer readout. And it's got the speed limit, like I said, but when you get over the speed limit, as soon as you get over the speed limit about a few miles an hour, it flashes like 3 or 4 times just to let you know, hey, you know, you're going above the speed limit. And let me just flash to let you know, just to catch your attention. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. Another thing I wanted to mention is just how quiet it is. Yes, the motor is super quiet, but just the insulation from the outside, listen, very quiet. So if you guys are interested in like a super quiet plush ride, you're definitely gonna want to look into this vehicle. It's also super peppy, so you don't have to worry about it being slow or anything. Let's pull out onto traffic right here, and it merges no problem. Like I said, you don't have to get that far into the throttle in order to get it up and going. But let's take a right here. Like I said, this does have blind spot monitoring. It's got all the safety features. I'll list the window sticker right here on screen just so you guys know exactly what this vehicle has. Safety features, interior features, everything, just so you know, hey, you know, I like this vehicle. I kind of like all the features that this has. I don't feel like it needs much more, or I feel like I want all those features. Then yeah, I'll list that window sticker here on screen. One thing I wanted to note is the MSRP of this particular vehicle. The MSRP of this XC60 B6 all-wheel drive Inscription is $62,040. So you're definitely not paying too much money for such a premium vehicle. Like I said, just feels super solid. The way it takes bumps, it takes the bumps very well. Just a super smooth riding vehicle. Like I said, it's very quiet. Just the overall driving experience of this for a daily driver is very nice. I really like the leather wrapped steering wheel. It feels super premium. The leather is super soft. I really like I mentioned, that two-tone leather. That's the white and the black leather on the steering wheel. It looks super luxurious. All the touch points are nice soft leather, and also everything just looks really nice on this vehicle. Whether that be on the interior or on the exterior. All the material that Volvo used is just very nice. And it honestly reminds me of like a BMW, especially at like the dash layout. It's very BMW-esque to me. The materials are just very BMW reminiscent. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, but it really feels like it could be like a BMW. Obviously, you do have that Volvo badge, but it definitely reminds me of like a BMW here. You guys know these Volvo specific headrests. If you guys know Volvo at all, or you followed Volvo, you guys know what these headrests look like. They've got that kind of design to them, and these are no different. That infotainment system is really nice. One gripe that I do have with the infotainment system, and you don't really need it, but it is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I wish this did have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It doesn't, but one of the salesmen told me that there is an over-the-air update coming, so there will be Apple CarPlay and Android coming here soon. So if you guys are worried about that, you don't have to worry about it. That over-the-air update is coming. But to summarize this vehicle, just really nice feelings. Very peppy motor, very quiet on the inside, and just super smooth riding. And I think that this thing looks really good. Like, I got a Mercedes behind me, and I think that this thing actually looks better than that Mercedes. I believe that's a GLC, and I think this thing looks better. That's just my personal opinion. I know some people might disagree, but I feel like you get more for your money here with a Volvo than you do of a Mercedes. And another thing is that this leather feels a lot better than the vinyl interior that you do get on Mercedes. It's just a nice soft feeling leather. It's a lot like more comfortable also than a Mercedes. Mercedes, like, they've got those vinyl seats, but the vinyl seats are also like pretty firm. So I'm definitely not a huge fan of the vinyl seats in a Mercedes. And you know, it's pretty crazy I'm comparing this to a Mercedes because just the interior is so nice. The ride is so nice. The fit and finish is on par with Mercedes, and that's why I am comparing it to Mercedes and BMW. Like I said, Harman Kardon sound system sounds fantastic. There is a Bowers & Wilkins sound system that you can get. However, this one does not have the Bowers & Wilkins. Like I said, this does have the Harman Kardon. However, the Harman Kardon sounds plenty fine. But we're going to do an acceleration test here real quick, and I'll show you guys just how fast that 5.2 0 to 60 is. So let's get into that here right now. We'll do a little 0 to 60 test here in 3, 2, 1, go. So that 0 to 60 was plenty quick. Like I said, this thing's got plenty of horsepower, plenty of torque, 295 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. I really don't think that you need any more power in a vehicle like this. Just an overall great vehicle, great power, great ride, great interior feel, great fit and finish. Definitely a big fan of this vehicle. So if you guys are looking at the XC60 and you're comparing it to some of its competitors like BMWs, Mercedes, stuff like that, I would say at least go out and look at the three and look at the interior fit and finish, take it for a ride, and just really weigh your options out, because I really think that you're going to get more for your money here with a Volvo than you would of a BMW or a Mercedes. And the reason being is, honestly, when you get a BMW or a Mercedes, for the most part, and yes, M vehicles and AMG vehicles are obviously totally different, and I'm not even mentioning those vehicles right now. I'm just mentioning like the base motor vehicles, or like the 30i's, stuff like that, and comparing them to this. I really do think that you get more for your money here with this Volvo than you would in like one of those BMW or Mercedes. And it has the same fit and finish as one of those. So are you going to pay for the name of a Mercedes? Maybe that's what you want. But like I said, really in comparison, they're very similar. But I think really your money goes a little bit further with a Volvo than it would of like a Mercedes or a BMW. And like I said, for the third time, this interior is very reminiscent of one of those interiors to me. So like I said, just overall very premium feeling vehicle. A lot of nice safety features that you get with this vehicle. Very solid feeling. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of this. If you guys are in the market for one of these XC60s, like I said, Jerry over at Don Beyer Volvo in Dulles, he will help you out. He's very knowledgeable about this vehicle. So yeah, definitely a great vehicle. But with that being said, that's the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 10,000 subscribers, and I can only do that with you guys hitting that subscribe button. So, like I said, I greatly appreciate it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you liked most and what your favorite feature was of this XC60. And let me know, would you get the B5, would you get the B6, or would you get the T8? But like I said, that's the end of today's video. I will see you guys in the next review. Peace.